On behalf of Akuno Senko for Bay, you know what I'm saying? Jay, where you at? We're trying to help our people elevate. Hope. HOPE. We're giving them hope. We doing what we gotta do, you know. Every day, one step at a time, man. We're gonna make it happen. Helping our people elevate. Yeah. Sometimes I practice focus, thought, and meditate. I'm trying to come with other ways to help our people elevate and seeking knowledge, make me levitate. The lifted mental state is what results from how we orchestrate. This for the family's sake. Let's self-reflect and self-evaluate. And every day, make sure the steps you take, you calculate. Receive a master's fate. I know I can't exist without the hate, but that's okay. I balance that with higher self today. Success is on this way, and after that, my flesh can pass away.
Peace, peace. I am Yisrael Bay, here to present my PowerPoint presentation, Reverse the Curse, Lesson 1, on the Brother Kono Bay's platform, HOPE, helping our people elevate. So we're just going to get into it. Is everything good?
Yep, you good. You good to go.
All right. So Reverse the Curse, Lesson 1, Etymology and Grammar, the proper tools. Step 4 word with word step study group. So let's talk about the curse. What is the true sense meaning of the word curse? Curse. The word curse is a noun. Late Old English curse. A prayer that evil or harm befall one. Consignment of a person to an evil fate of uncertain origin. No similar word exists in Germanic, Romance, or Celtic. Is everything showing, brother?
I was just about to say you got to go to the next page.
Yes, that's the problem I was having last time. Hold
on. Okay, there it is.
It's showing now?
Yeah, you good. It's showing.
All right. So I can't show the whole screen. All right, I got it. So no similar word exists in Germanic, Romance, or Celtic. So Middle English compendium says probably from Latin cursus, course in the Christian sense, set of daily liturgical prayers, extended to set of imprecations. Meaning, the evil which has been invoked upon one, that which causes severe trouble, is from early 14th century. Curse, the verb, curse as a verb, the part of speech verb, means Middle English cursing, from Old English cursein, to wish evil to excommunicate, from the source of curse, noun. So the source is the noun part of speech. Intransitive meaning, swear profanely, use blasphemous or profane language, is from early 13th century. Compare swear, which is a verb. The sense of blight with malignant evils is from 1590s. So are all people misclassified as Negroes, Blacks, Coloreds, African American, etc., under a status of disability? Let's view a few meanings of the word disability. So according to etymonline.com, meaning 1570s, want of power, strength, or ability, from dis dash, which is a prefix, plus ability, which is a root word, meaning incapacity in the eyes of the law, from 1640s. So dis dash equals not, plus ability, or the root word in ability is able, and able means having sufficient power. So not having sufficient power is what the word disability means. Oh, pardon me. I didn't mean to change that. So according to cdc.gov, meaning a condition of the body or mind impairment that makes it more difficult for the person with the condition to do certain activities, activity limitation, and interact with the world around them. Participation restrictions. So according to ada.gov, the meaning, this is the meaning of disability, section 12102, definition of disability. Number 1, disability. The term disability means with respect to an individual, a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities of such individual. B, a record of such an impairment, or C, being regarded as having such an impairment. So, according to SSA.gov, Office of Retirement and Disability Policy, African Americans, description of Social Security and Supplemental Security income participation and benefit levels using the American Community Survey by Patricia P. Martin and John L. Murphy. So the introduction. African Americans encounter significant economic disadvantages, making them a critical focus for social insurance programs. Examining how the African American population uses old age survivors and disability insurance or Social Security benefits and supplemental security income payments clarifies the role these programs play in supporting at-risk populations. At-risk populations. What is the meaning of at-risk population? Risk populations. See ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. National Library of Medicine, Populations at Risk by Marshall H. Chin, MD, MPH. The Journal of General Internal Medicine strongly encourages you to submit manuscripts for the Populations at Risk section. We define populations at risk broadly, including but not limited to the poor, frail, disabled, economically disadvantaged, homeless, racial and ethnic minorities, persons with low literacy, victims of abuse or persecution, and persons with social risk factors such as isolation. So remember, the question is, are all people misclassified as Negroes, Blacks, Coloreds, African Americans, etc., under a status of disability? That's the question. Looking for the answer. cada.gov/law and regulations/ADA. Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, Title 42 USC, the Public Health and Welfare. So Title 42 USC is the Public Health and Welfare. Chapter 126 is Equal Opportunity for Individuals with Disabilities. Section .12101, findings and purpose. So A, findings. The Congress finds that 5, individuals with disabilities continually encounter various forms of discrimination, including outright intentional exclusion, the discriminatory effects of architectural, transportation, and communication barriers, overprotective rules and policies, failure to make modifications to existing faculties and practices, exclusionary qualification standards and criteria, segregation and relegation to lesser services, programs, activities, benefits, jobs, or other opportunities. So do you fit any of these elements? 6, census data. National polls and other studies have documented that people with disabilities as group occupy an inferior status in our society and are severely disadvantaged socially, vocationally, economically, and educationally. Disadvantaged in all those areas. Socially, vocationally, economically, and educationally. So National Center for Education Statistics between years 2019 and 2022. See nces.ed.gov. pre-K through 12 education enrollment. How many students attended school in recent years? In fall 2021, about 49.4 million students were enrolled in public elementary and secondary schools. Of these public school students in fall 2021, 1.4 million attended pre-kindergarten. 32.6 million attended kindergarten to grade 8, and 15.4 million attended grades 9 to 12. So the mental health section. What percentage of public schools reported that they were able to effectively provide mental health services to students? 69% of public schools reported that the percentage of students had sought mental health services from school had increased since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. 13% of public schools strongly agreed and 43% moderately agreed that their school was able to effectively provide mental health services to all students in need. So only 13% of public schools strongly agreed and 43% moderately agreed. All is less than 50%. In spring 2022, public schools reported that students' mental health was among the top 3 common concerns for both students and parents. So on the same website, under the section teachers, how many teachers were there in the United States in recent years? In school years 2021 through 2022, there were 3.2 million full-time equivalent teachers in public schools. In 2019 through 2020, there were 0.5 million full-time equivalent teachers in private schools. Expenditures. How many was spent on public elementary and secondary education in 2020 through 2021? Total current expenditures were 703 billion Federal Reserve notes, or dollars, dollar signs. So I'm gonna say dollars. Current expenditures per student were $14,295, or Federal Reserve notes. All right. So the question is, does the United States public school system promote healthy education or mental genocide? It is safe to say there are 100 millions of people who have attended the United States public schooling institutions and were taught the 9 parts of speech on minor levels, but were never taught nor introduced to the true origins and development of words, i.e. etymology. Instead of teaching etymology, vernacular Black English was and is today taught through the United States public education system via adult teachers, etc., who have been promoting millions of students through school, sending them from one grade to the next while letting them identify as Black and white race colors, i.e. adjectives, which come from the constructive fraud of the modern race paradigm established by Francois Bernard, Carlos Linnell, and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, and stands as prima facie evidence of mental genocide against the students/innocent children. This said mental genocide has been aimed towards a specific people who are dehumanized by being branded and misclassified as Negro, Black, and colored in the United States Census Bureau and as Black in the United States Race and Ethnic Standards for Federal Statistics and Administrative Reporting, see Federal Directive Number 15, and advertised as the minority, thus the disabled, hence the people with undeveloped brains, namely Moors. So to ignore the development of words is to ignore the development of the brain. Your word is the foundation of your world. So are etymology and grammar important? I'll let you decide after looking at the true sense meanings of the words. So etymology. The word etymology is a noun. 14th century. Etymology. Facts of the origin and development of a word. From Old French, etymology. 14th century, modern French. Etymology. from Latin, etymologia, from Greek, etymologia, analysis of a word to find its true origin. So in Greek, etymologia, the meaning of etymologia is the analysis of a word to find its true origin. Properly study of the true sense of a word. Dash logia is a suffix, and it means the study of, plus etymon, which is a root word meaning true sense, original meaning. In classical times, with reference to meanings, later to histories, classical etymologists, Christian and pagan, based their explanations on allegory and guesswork, lacking historical records as well as the scientific method to analyze them. And the discipline fell into disrepute that lasted a millennium. So now the word grammar is a noun. Late 14th century, Latin, grammar, rules of Latin. From French, grammaire, grammar, learning, especially Latin philology. Also, magic, incantation, spells, mumbo jumbo. A much broader word in Latin and Greek. Restriction of the meaning to systematic account of the rules and usages of language is a post-classical development. For the magic sense, compare grammary. The evolution is characteristic of the Dark Ages. Learning in general, knowledge peculiar to the secondary classes, which included astrology and magic, hence the secondary meaning of occult knowledge. I'm going to read that again. The evolution is characteristic of the Dark Ages. Learning in general. So in the Dark Ages, learning in general, knowledge peculiar to the secondary classes, which included astrology and magic, hence the secondary meaning of occult knowledge, late 15th century. In English, which evolved in Scottish into glamour. Glamour, as in glamorous, glamour. So, what are the dangers of speaking Ebonics / vernacular Black English? I'll let you decide after looking at the true sense meaning of the word Ebonics and vernacular. So the word Ebonics is a noun, and it means African American vernacular English. 1975, as title of a book edited by U.S. Professor Robert L. Williams, 1930 through 2020, who is said to have coined the word as a blend of ebony and phonics. The word vernacular is a noun. Century 1600, native to a country, from Latin vernaculus, domestic, native, indigenous, pertaining to homeborn slaves. From verna, homeborn slaves. From verna, homeborn slave, native, a word of Etruscan origin, used in English in the sense of Latin vernacular vocabulary in reference to language as a noun, native speech or language of a place from 1706. Pursuant to Britannica.com, Ebonics is a vernacular form of American English used in the home or for day-to-day communication rather than for formal occasions. It typically diverges most from standard American English when spoken by people with low levels of education. The structural similarities between Ebonics and American Southern English, e.g., double negatives, as in I ain't seen none, relative clauses starting with what, as in everything what he told you. So these are examples of Ebonics. The double negatives, as in I ain't seen none. And relative clauses starting with what, as in everything he told you. Everything what he told you. And double modals, as in he might could help you. He might could help you. So when people speak this way, they're speaking Ebonics. All right. And it says it typically diverges, according to Britannica.com, it typically diverges most from standard American English, right here, when spoken by people with low levels of education. So right here, it says are attributable to their parallel development on the cotton plantations of southeastern United States from the diverse varieties of English brought to the colonies by the original settlers. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Ebonics is attributable to their parallel development on the cotton plantations of southeastern United States from the diverse varieties of English brought to the colonies by the original settlers. So is Webster's dictionary a good tool to use for reversing the curse? I'll let you decide after looking at the true sense meaning of the word Webster. The word Webster is a noun, a weaver. Old English, webestre, a female weaver. From web, QV, plus fem, suffix, stir is the suffix. Noah Webster's dictionary, typically American and execrable for etymology, was first published 1828. So Webster's dictionary, Noah Webster's dictionary, typically American, is execrable for etymology. The word execrable is an adjective, and it means abominable, deserving of curses. Late 14th century, from Old French execrable, and directly from Latin execrabilis, accursed, from execrary, and execrary, to curse, to hate. See execrate. The word execrate is a verb, and it means to curse, imprecate evil upon, hence to detest, utterly abominate. 1560s, from Latin execrates / execratus. Past participle of execrary, to curse, take a solemn oath with imprecations. Hate, abhor. From ex, meaning out, cx dash, which is a prefix, plus seker, root word, to devote, to. See sacred, hence to devote off or away, to curse. The word imprecate is a verb, and it means to call down by prayer, typically of curses or malevolent desires. 1610s, probably a back formation from imprecation. So now we're going to get into the meat of it. So grammar lesson using etymology. We will examine the 9 parts of speech, the function of each part of speech, the true sense meaning of each part of speech, more clarity on each part of speech, and words that fit each part of speech. So learning the 9 parts of speech using etymology. The word noun. The word, we're talking about words. So the word noun is a noun. The function of a noun in grammar is a name, or a word that denotes a thing, material or immaterial. So a noun is a word that denotes a thing, material or immaterial, or it's a name. It's also a name. From power root, nomen, name. So the original meaning of the word noun is nomen, and that means name. For more clarity, a noun is a naming word. A chair is not a noun. Saying a chair is a noun is incorrect. However, the word chair is a noun. The word chair is a noun, not the chair itself. So therefore, saying the word chair is a noun is correct. The word chair is used to identify an object which consists of 4 legs, a seat, and a back. So chair is not the object. Chair is a word that's used to identify or to denote, an object which consists of 4 legs, a seat, and a back. So the words below are nouns, common and proper. On the left, we have common nouns, such as car, country, store, dog. Those are common nouns. Proper nouns. Proper nouns such as Mercedes, Morocco, Walmart, Rottweiler. So proper nouns, those are capitalized. That's why you see the beginning of each word under proper nouns is capitalized, starts with a capital letter. Common nouns are not capitalized unless they're used in the beginning of a sentence. So, let me see. So pronoun, the word pronoun, the second part of speech, another part is number 2. Pronoun, the word pronoun is a noun. The function, word used instead of a noun to avoid repetition of it. From pi root, nomen, name, because the root word in pronoun is noun. So it's going to be the same as noun. For more clarity, a pronoun is a replacement word. A pronoun does not name nor identify anything nor anyone specifically. It replaces a noun with a word of less identity. Hence, a pronoun should have an antecedent. Example, in the above sentence, the word it is replacing the word pronoun. The word it is a replacement word, making it a pronoun. So the words below are pronouns. Him, her, we, us, here, there, it, that, this. It might sound simple, but we don't really think about these on the daily. You know what I'm saying? So we use words out of their proper context every day, all day. I do it sometimes too. I'm still making adjustments. The word adjective is a noun. The function of the word adjective is a word used to qualify, limit, or define a noun or noun-like part of speech. True sense, from pi root, ye, dash, meaning to throw, impel. For more clarity, an adjective is a describing word. An adjective describes a noun and is distinguished from an identity. Hence, a description and an identity are not synonymous. One's nationality is not an adjective. The words below are adjectives. Black, white, big, small, loud, quiet, aboriginal, foreign. So the word verb is a noun. The word verb is a noun. The function of the word verb is a word that asserts or declares that part of speech of which the office is predication, and which either alone or with various modifiers or adjuncts combines with a subject to make a sentence. So from pi root, where, dash, meaning to speak. Sanskrit, vrata or vrata, dash, means command or vow. For more clarity, a verb is an action word. A verb is not the action. A verb is a word used to identify or denote a specific motion, movement, or action. The words below are verbs. Stand, sit, nationalize, naturalize, rise, submit, speak, acquiesce. The word adverb is a noun. The function of the adverb is one of the indeclinable parts of speech, so called from being ordinarily joined to verbs for the purpose of limiting or extending their signification, but used also to qualify adjectives and other adverbs. Literally, that which is added to a verb to extend or limit its meaning. From Paru, where dash to speak, Sanskrit vrata dash command val. The root word of adverb is verb. For more clarity, an adverb is a modifying word. An adverb is a word used to describe a motion, movement, or action. An adverb does not identify an action. The words below are adverbs: slow, fast, soft, hard, willingly, extremely, clearly, nicely. The word preposition is a noun. The function of a preposition in grammar is indeclinable part of speech regularly placed before and governing a noun in an oblique case and showing its relation to a verb, adjective, or other noun. In grammatical sense or in grammatical use, a loan translation of Greek prothesis, literally a setting before. For more clarity, a preposition is a locative word, pardon me. A preposition tells you the location or position of someone or something. It denotes not, it does not name a place, but it does tell the placement, i.e., in, out, over, beside, around, on, through, etc. The words below are prepositions: on, off, under, over, in, out, around, beside. So the word conjunction is a noun, a joining or meeting of individuals or distinct things, originally of planets or stars meeting in the same part of the sky. That's the original meaning. The function of the word conjunction is grammatical sense of connective particle serving to unite clauses of a sentence or coordinate words in a clause or sentence. From Paru, you dash to join. For more clarity, a conjunction is a joining word. A conjunction is a word used to unite two or more clauses or topics of a sentence. The words below are conjunctions. Such as or, but, and, however, also, so, nor, as. So interjection. The word interjection is a noun. Function. In grammar and rhetoric, noun of action from past participle, stem of intercere, to throw between, set between, from enter, between, plus isere, combining form of isere, to throw. From paru, ye, dash, to throw, impel. For more clarity, an interjection is an exclamation word. An interjection is a word used to tell how one feels through the spelling of sounds. When people are amazed, they might think or say, wow. The word wow is an interjection. The words below are interjections. Wow, ouch, dang, hey, ah, cheers, yippee. And the last part of speech, article, or the ninth part of speech. Article, the word article is a noun, and the function of an article in the grammatical sense is a word used attributively to limit the application of a noun to one individual or set of individuals. It's from 1530s. The part of speech with different meanings in ancient Greek and modern English was so called on the notion of the pivots or joints on which the propositions in a sentence are variously tied together. From pi root r, r2, suffix form of root r dash to fit together. For more clarity, an article is a limiting word. An article is a word used to denote a single object or person, or multiple objects or people in a group. The words below are articles: a, and, the. All right. The problem with speaking pronominally, which is with pronouns. They went, this is an example, this is a sentence. They went there to that place because she called them and told them to come and get it before the last one was gone. Right? So a lot of people speak this way. So does the above sentence answer any of the questions of critical thinking below? So we want to find out who, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. The 5 W's and 1 H. Who are the parties involved? What are the parties doing, or what did the parties do? When did the parties do it? Where did the parties do it? Why did the parties do it? And how did the parties do it? So the problem with speaking pronominally, or just speaking using pronouns, no antecedent. They went there. Who went there? Who went where? You know what I'm saying? To that place. Where? Because she called them. Who called who? You know what I'm saying? Leaves too many questions. So knowing these parts of speech, we can use these. Also, remember, step with the word, not against the word. So we can use these, knowing the knowledge, having the knowledge of the parts of speech will strengthen our minds. So, because the beginning was, are all people labeled as Negro, Black, Colored, African American, are they under a status of disability? And yeah, those people have been labeled as mentally disabled. So mainly because we don't know these parts of speech, and I gave you the finding the facts of that pertaining to the public school systems and how they purposely miseducate children. So we can't blame them forever. We have to, take responsibility and learn this, get it to the children, use it. But yeah, that's the end of Reverse the Curse Lesson 1. Etymology and grammar, the proper tools. So etymology and grammar are the proper tools to reverse the curse.
Brother, that was great. I really appreciate you for that. I know you say you have we're gonna make this a series. I know you said you're working on. What's your part 2 on this? Let's go back to the screen. Let me sure to put that back up here.
I'll go and give a little preview of the second part. So reverse the curse lesson 1.1, nouns. So I'll read this little intro. So learning to identify types of nouns will be lesson 1.1. In this lesson, we will learn 10 types of nouns. But first, let's answer a few questions for the purpose of forming a reasoning mind. Do you remember learning the types of nouns and their function in school? If yes, what grade or which grades? Do you think it is important to know the different types of nouns and their function, and why? If so, or if not, why? What is your reason? So, the 10 types of nouns: common, proper, singular, plural, collective, compound, concrete, abstract, countable, uncountable. All right. Reverse the curse, lesson 1.2, pronouns. We're going to be talking about pronouns. In this lesson, we'll learn the 12 types of pronouns. So same questions, do you remember learning the types of pronouns and their function in school? If yes, what grade or which grades? Do you think it is important to know the different types of pronouns and their function and why? A glimpse of the different types of pronouns. And also the website that I'm using to get this information is Grammarly.com. So I'll put the reference on there as well, so you can check behind types of pronouns, personal, relative, subject, object, demonstrative, indefinite, reflexive, intensive, possessive, interrogative, reciprocal, and distributive. Lesson 1.3, verbs. 6 types of verbs: dynamic, action; stative, state of being; auxiliary, helping; modal, auxiliary; and phrasal. Yeah, that's just a little, example of a preview of the next lesson.
Like I said, brother, I appreciate you. You know what I mean, and I look forward to doing more. That was great. I learned a lot. Like I said, with the next one, I didn't know that there were 10 different forms of nouns. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to learning in that one. I learned a lot in this one. When you were going into the percentage and the grades from elementary to middle school to high school, and I saw that the numbers were lower in high school. It made me think about all those who don't finish. Those who drop out. And so this is a great presentation, brother. And I think our people, as I'm sitting backstage, I'm thinking about, I should share this, I should say this, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? But our people need to know this.
Yeah, indeed. Anytime you have any input, brother, welcome, man. Yeah.
As old as we are, I don't care if we 30, 40, 50. A lot of us don't know the 8 parts of speech.
Right. Yeah. It might seem boring. It might seem like it's simple too. Like I learned this in elementary, but like you said, we don't remember it. What's the point of saying we learned it if we don't know it?
Tens of millions of people calling themselves black and white.
Yeah.
So
teaching the children that same rhetoric, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, in the school system gonna miseducate them because they got them calling them kids. Well, we know a kid is a baby goat.
Indeed. Yeah, for sure. And I was thinking about that earlier, talking about like CPS, it's called Child Protective Services. It's not called Kid Protective Services. It's called child custody. It's not called kid custody. It's called child support, not kid support.
For a reason, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they know the power of the word.
And those same workers, those are the same employees, though. Those adult workers, right? They'll end up using the word kid. They never use the word child or children.
So they teaching all. That's why I'm glad you're using this to teach your children, just like I'm using mine to teach my daughter.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, brother. So I look forward to we're gonna do this again. It'll be another Tuesday. We don't know. It may not be next Tuesday, but y'all gonna see this brother again real soon. It may be next Tuesday. You know what I mean? But y'all gonna see this brother real soon. So I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate it too, brother, for having me on the platform, man.
Indeed. This is brother Yisrael Bay. You know what I'm saying? This is a well knowledgeable brother, a well noble brother. I respect this brother and his information. If y'all haven't, go check out that what was the last video we did?
Shoot. The power is their name in the power the Olympics. Olympics.
Yeah.
Is the name in the word of Jesus. In the name of is there power in the word Jesus.
I'll put it in the description, but go check that video out. The brother drops nothing but jewels. So on that note, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all checking us out. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.
Peace, love, longevity.